Okay, the lab is called Ollie. It's by TryHackMe. The action plan is such that we will be using SQL injection and remote code execution techniques and gain our foothold in the target machine with this service account data. We then horizontally move to become the user Ollie, and then from Ollie we do a vertical escalation. We will take the root and capture the flags. This is the action plan. Now, the IP address is given. I went ahead and started the port scanning. ROS scan shows that we have port 22 for SSH, port 80 for HTTP, and port 1337 are open. And I then started a new Nmap scan with version and script scanning on the open ports. And there is no credentials available to us, so there's not much to be done on this SSH port at this point. Port 80 shows that there is a hidden directory which didn't take us anywhere, so not much benefit here. And for the port 1337, Nmap scan shows it's as a waste, and here waste really means that Nmap isn't sure what it is basically. But if we go forward, we will see some strings because Nmap is showing the readable strings, and there is a communication going on here. So let me open up a netcat listener and follow up on this communication here. Port 10.10.224.52, and the port number is 1337. The machine may be off. Let me try. Ping 10.10.244.52. Yeah, it's not always pinging. Okay. Then 10.10.2. Okay, I had a typo here. 10.10.22244. Sorry. .52, and port number is 1337. Okay, so there's a generic question with a generic answer, another question, generic answer. And then we have this multiple choice question asking for the breed of the dog, and it is a bulldog. And since I gave the right answer, I am given the password. Now this password, I recorded that. So this password can go to this PHP IPAM tool. So it seems that port 80 is really our attack vector. So I went ahead and searched for this PHP IPAM, see if there are any exploits or any vulnerabilities reported. And I use search exploit for that first. Let me reduce the number of pages. Okay, I'll try search exploit and search for PHP IPAM. So it shows that we have 1.4.4 has a SQL injection exploit, and we have version 1.4.5. So it's probably that it is patched or fixed, but we can give it a try and see if we can make use of this available exploit. So that's the Python code. So I can find this code and I can copy it to my host machine, home TryHackMe, and I can go to my, I'm sorry, it's already in my host machine. I'm just copying to the directory that I would like to work on. So I'm going to this directory here, and the Python code is there, so I can carry it out and see the content. And if I go up where it starts, it talks about the CVE and gives the code, and there is this usage example here. So I can take it, copy, and try to use it for our problem here. So instead of exploit PY, I'll be using the 50,000 number for that. Okay. And then for the local host address, I can take it over here, not this query part, IP address, and the index directory. Admin was the username, and the password I recorded at, and it is a long string. This. So when invalid HTTP. Okay, I forgot to put the slashes. Okay, it says done. If I go up here, it says vulnerable. Okay, so now we confirm that even though we are having the latest version of that tool, or a higher version of that tool, it is still susceptible against SQL injection. And when we search for this tool and SQL map, this website comes as the most common choice, and it is by fluidattacks.com, and it goes through the details and how we can try the SQL injection. So it has a step-by-step procedure, and basically it says if you're an authenticated admin user, which we are with this admin account that I will type in a bit, we can inject SQL sentences in the subnet parameter. Okay, so we'll need to go there. So let's log in. We had this admin and the password was revealed to us already by this netcat listener on port 1337. All right, save. So we can log into the website, and if I follow the step-by-step procedure, I can find where I need to go for subnet mapping. It takes a while in the first attempt, but then it goes fast. Okay, so we are in there. So was it the dashboard here? This admin here. Okay, it was routing or subnet master. So, and then the peer, I'm just following what was written here. So on the action subnet mapping, this is really where we will test out if this setup is vulnerable against SQL injection. So what we can do is we can use this union comment to identify the number of columns on the database. So union and select, and I start with 1, and it says the use select statements have a different number of columns. Okay, it's not 1, and I can try 2. I still get the same command, same error message. 3 and 4. Okay, 4 gives us the green light, meaning that we have 4 columns. So what we can do next, I can show you how. So here, in fact, I knew it from here because it was 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically, here it is, instead of numbers, it is including some comments. So let me take this comment here, user parentheses. So I can change, let's say, the third one. Let me make it bigger for us to follow it. Okay. So instead of third one, I will put user parentheses and then search. Okay, so it shows us the user PHP IPAM Ollie localhost. So it is another, or it is a verification that this is subject to SQL injection. So we need to go ahead and exploit that. So instead of this simple command user, we can go with this typical PHP comment prompt here, and then I will change this to this well-known get CMD comment to give us the comment prompt. I think I have two question marks. Hold on, let me erase that. Oh, give it a try. Okay, so this works. Well, what I can do now is I can show you the web page that I used. Just give me 1 second. Let me find the website. Okay, I seen that website. Let me take the copy. Okay, this SQL injection to remote code execution website. Here it is showing how you can really manipulate it, meaning that you can use this this available SQL injection opportunity and write something on this server, write a file or produce a file, and we can access to the file outside of the outside, so from the web, so we can use the address bar to give commands and get them executed. Well, if we can achieve that, what can we do next is that we can put together a malicious payload inside this file, and this malicious payload can be the reverse shell, which can get us a callback for our listener and help us gain the full control of the machine. So basically, once I have this command prompt, then I can have this into out file, and I can give the path, and for the path I can use the HTML directories /var/www/html, and I can assign a PHP code over there and let it run. So let me try to open up over here. What I will do is, no, I'm not here, sorry. I will go to the website here. In here, after that column identifier, I can put reverse shell PHP as the file name. Give me 1 second. Okay, so after that, what I'm doing basically is that I'm using this into out file, and then I'm giving the file path. It is in the HTML directory, and I call it rev shell PHP. Now, with that, I can first I can see if it works or not, and then I can go forward and do a remote code execution on that reverse shell payload. I searched out. I have this code, this general error, and if I'm not wrong, this general error means that the file is written successfully. So rev shell PHP. So let me go to the website. The IP address was that. Okay, and then /rev shell.php. And then I can do the query for the CMD, and I can type ID. Let's see, there you go. So I have this reverse shell PHP file prepared on the server side, and outside of it, I can enter using this CMD command. Let me go back to the tool again and make sure that we are on the same page in that. So what I did is I have this column number, one of the column identifiers as this simple PHP CMD prompt. And then I use this into out file, and I gave the full directory which is basically um, um, creating a file called revshell.php on the HTML directory. Right. So now I have partial access to that website. I can type who am I, and I can get this dev data. That works perfect. Well, in order for me to get the full control of the machine, I need to have a reverse shell, right? And reverse shell commands, let me open up this famous website that I have, shells.com. This is the one I'm using. And my VPN IP is 10.6.34.212, and I can use listener 1234. 1234. And I can go to bash because this may work as well, but I've tried bash, so I don't know what is better. So this is the typical command. So what I need to do is I need to execute that, and I need to put bash tag c, and I will take whole command as one string and get executed. So this is the really the command now where I need to put over to cmd equals. But if I do that, it won't work, of course, because there are a lot of odd characters here, spaces and slashes. So what I can do is I can encode it for URL, and the method that I tried and worked is the one using the encoding functionality in Burp Suite. So I won't be using Burp Suite for intercepting traffic, but I will be using it for encoding the um, the um, the reverse shell line. So go to decoder here and paste it. So this is the command that I would like to execute for CMD. I'll go to encode that and URL, and that's the final form. I copy it, Control C, and paste it over here. But before, there you go, I paste it. Before I click enter, I need to open up a listener. I don't need the full window now. Um, okay, so I can put my listener on. That is 10.10.244.52 and port number 1234. It's connection refused because I get it wrong. Of course. Ah, I don't do it this way, of course. I just need to make sure that I have one port 1234 is open. Okay, so it is up and listening. So I am there and click enter. I get this risk callback for my reverse shell. Okay, perfect. Well, what I do as the next step is I can see which Python is available. Okay, Python 3. So I can use this Python 3 XC import pty spawn and bin bash. That should work. All right, so I have this shell upgraded. So where are we now? We are in the dev HTML directory. If I show the content, I have this reverse shell PHP in there. Perfect. Now, what I will do is I will go to the home directory and get the cd Ollie ls and cat user.txt. Permission denied. So I am, who am I? So I am the, sir, I'm the least privileged user account or service account now. So I don't have access to the material on this user Ollie. So after going through a couple of tries, it seems that the same password is used for the user account. So basically, this the password we use for this PHP IPAM IP tool. It is also used for the user account. So I will just try it out. Paste. Okay, now I am. Oh, not command. Of course, I have to. I have to first change for the user to Ollie and then the password. So I'm Ollie here, and I am inside the Ollie directory, and I have this user flag, and that is the first flag. Okay, user flag. Okay, so the first part is complete. All right, so we will continue with the following steps. And regarding the next step, which is privilege escalation to the root user, um, there are a couple of methods can be tried, of course, but the one I was successful in was looking at um, the binaries and searching for the binaries with permissions as a user or group Ollie. And every time I did this search, it revealed me a lot of data or a lot of binaries out back. So what I did was I had this final find command, find search, and I focused on the user bin directory. And the reason I did that is it is this standard or default directory for the executable files for the binaries. So I thought this would be somewhere over here, and I used this group search, and I searched for this group Ollie, and I excluded the standard output. And I didn't want to see the output or error out. So I put this to greater than sign slash dev slash no. So right, this search gave me this binary called feed me. And if you look at this content of this binary here, or let's first look at the permissions for the binary. It shows that it is owned by the root, and here as the Ollie groups, we can read and we can write, but we cannot execute that. So we are not allowed to execute, but we are able to write. So let's see what is inside here. Paste. Okay. It is a very simple bash command, just the shebang and then a command. So we can type anything we can like over here. And this is a beautiful ticket for us. Basically, we will uh, um, update the content on this file and root, and this will be executed under root permissions. I shut down the window for my further analysis, but this is basically a cron job. So this is executed by the root on a regular basis. And if I'm not wrong, it is executed every 2 minutes. So what I have to do is I have to just put my malicious payload for the root to get it executed. Okay, so for the malicious payload, I can go back to my reverse shell generator. This time I will be using listener 4444, and I think I can still use the same reverse shell command. It's just my VPN IP. That should work. Okay, I'll take it. So what I will do, I will copy it. So I will try to echo this, or let me show you why I'm doing that. So if I open up if I ask for which nano, I know this nano is available here, so I can try to, oops, no, sorry, try to open this binary using nano to write inside, and I'm not allowed to do that. And I have no, it's not a permission problem. I cannot do that. So what I can do instead is I can echo this reverse shell payload here, and this goes inside this no. Oh, what did I think I messed up here. I was supposed to go, let me try. Sorry, I apologize for the inconvenience. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to open up the binary using nano. So this is this is what I was trying to show you. I wasn't able to do that. Now, so what I will do is I will do this echo and copy this command here, close it out, and write it. And I will append it to the end. I don't want to erase the shebang line and also the comment there. So I will just take it for the binary to write, and that should work. So if I cat it out, okay, so that line is in there. So I need to open up a new netcat listener at port 4444. Okay, there you go. I was just about to tell you it will take a while, so it was just a coincidence that the root executed the file right away after we have the listening up and running. So we are the root for that system now. Okay, so if we go to the root directory, cd content, cd root, where the flags are typically located for TryHackMe, I can just go to read the root.txt. Okay, so that is the root flag. I can go there and get the flag captured. Okay, perfect. Well, to summarize what we have gone through is I can open up the same action plan that I showed in the beginning. Well, we had a tool, and that tool, even this is called, what's it called? PHP IPAM. That's the tool we have here. And that tool is not patched for the SQL injection, which has been documented in the previous versions. 1.4.4 has this exploit um, um, exposed, but it is not fixed on the next revision. So we use that SQL injection vulnerability. So we access to the system using dab data, and then since the user Ollie is using the same password everywhere, I reused the password and was able to access this PHP IPAM account on the system with user Ollie. And from there, we had a cronjob, which is feed me binary that is owned by the root, and we have read and write access to that binary. So we use this write access to um, insert a malicious payload, which is our reverse shell payload. And that payload, once this binary is executed by the root account, our reverse shell is triggered, and our listener get the callback, and which allowed us to have the root privileges on this machine. Thanks for your time.